Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
The tarp is covering Newman Outdoor Field right now, protecting the Red Hawks playing field from the rain. So far, word is the team is still playing tonight, but that's not the case for many other outdoor activities in Fargo-Moorhead this evening. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. Today's rain is causing issues for almost any outdoor event. Fargo Parks have canceled its outdoor activities tonight, and many games and practices like the Babe Ruth Baseball League, there are no more this evening. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson to see when the rain's going to let up. Hutch?
It looks like a very soggy proposition. Here in the Southern Valley, you go to about Highway 200 and point south. That's where the rain is. Notice it's getting pretty close to Grand Forks. North of there, dry, and it's been warmer today. Some of the rain at times is heavy. Otherwise, we've had a pretty steady light drizzle and light rain in the Fargo-Moorhead area for some time. Where it's been raining for the better part of the day out near Jamestown and point south. Rainfall accumulation as estimated by Doppler over an inch already. So it's going to be a long night. Fargo-Moorhead should see a good few more tenths of an inch of rain as we head through the evening through the valley. Temperatures in the near 70-degree range for Roseau, but it's going to be stapled into those 50s this evening, and periods of heavy rain with a few breaks in between where the rain becomes light. But otherwise, I think it's going to be soggy throughout the remainder of our Tuesday. Better news as we head towards our day tomorrow. I'll have details on that and tell you about what looks like it could be a rough and tumble holiday weekend for dads.
All right, so tonight, just kind of relax and sit inside if you need to.
Get the umbrella.
Okay,
yep.
Thank you, Hutch.
They kind of go with it and kind of wing it. So I think there are a lot of decks out there that probably aren't put together properly.
Building experts are speaking out about dangers of balconies after one in California collapsed, killing 6 and injuring 7. It was during a birthday party in Berkeley, California. A 4th-story balcony gave out, sending 13 people to the ground. Building inspectors are working to find out what exactly caused that collapse there. Meanwhile, in the valley, experts say many decks aren't built properly and many aren't up to those safety standards they need to be. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has the story.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of things. Some good, some crazy, but we've seen a lot of things over the years.
Inspector Dean Fohl has seen a lot of decks he calls unsafe, whether they're outdated, rotting, or unsupported.
There's a lot of construction going on. They try to cover everything. We try to cover everything. Things can get missed, things can get overlooked.
When it comes to the safety of your deck or balcony, Fohl says you should do some checking on your own. Typically, they are only inspected when homes are being bought or sold. And when it comes to an apartment, they are routinely checked. However, Fohl says things can fall through the cracks.
If I was living in an apartment with all the balconies or downtown Broadway with the condo balconies, I would inspect them. I would look for loose hardware. I would look for any kind of corrosion, any kind of damage, anything that just doesn't look right.
Apartment or house, decks only need to be up to the code for the year they were built.
Some people that say they're builders, that they're coming in and with all the construction boom going around as far as decks wise, that probably don't necessarily know everything they need to know.
Sometimes they weren't built right in the first place, according to deck builder Matt Andreessen. He says some builders cut corners and some homeowners just wing it. If I'm going to build a deck this summer, what's your biggest advice?
If you're going to build a deck yourself, make sure that you go research on how to do it. Just don't start putting things in the ground.
Bottom line, Andreessen says decks built wrong or just too old lead to weak spots, which can end in a break or collapse. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Fohl says that Moorhead and Fargo have very similar deck standards and codes. If you want to learn more about them, we have a link on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com and then click on the hot button. We have some new information now. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office has identified the 6-year-old who was killed in an ATV crash. Deputies say the girl, Skyla Nesvig, was killed after apparently falling from a moving ATV that was driven by her mother, Jennifer Nesvig. Beltrami County investigators say it happened around 4 yesterday afternoon on private land that was just west of Black Duck. Family members and first responders tried life-saving efforts, but Skyla died at the scene. A 1-year-old is dead after being run over by a vehicle near Park Rapids, Minnesota. The Hubbard County Sheriff's Office says 51-year-old Roderick DeWinter of Park Rapids hit the child around 8 last night while he was moving his vehicle. Authorities say the man had driven to the child's home, but they're not saying if the two are related. The owner of Mi Rancho in Bemidji says he's the one who shot a former employee who forced himself into the Mexican restaurant Saturday and started arguing. Now the Bemidji Pioneer is reporting that David Mendoza says he shot Antonio Carranza to protect himself and other employees in the restaurant. Police have not said if Mendoza will be charged here. It's an eye-opening statistic. 1 in 3 kids between the ages of 12 and 18 will be bullied. And research shows bullying and harassment have devastating long-term consequences. Now, some in Congress are trying to take action to put a stop to this. To combat school bullying, Senator Gary Peters of Michigan introduced legislation requiring school districts who get federal money to develop and implement anti-bullying policies. The Safe Schools Improvement Act ensures the school districts focus on prevention programs that work for their own students, both in school and online. States will also be required to report data and incidents of bullying and harassment to the Department of Education. And a new ruling released today all but bans trans fat. This in an attempt to stop cardiovascular disease and other health issues. Similar health conscious actions have been taken with your children's lunch. National nutrition standards came into play in March 2012, requiring many schools to increase the availability of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fat-free milk. A new study found the amount of students choosing fruit went up 66%, and those who added vegetables ate more and wasted less.
Most kids get as many as half of their calories during the day at school. And so what we serve at school is really important to kids' overall health and ultimately their academic success.
If you want to learn more about your child's nutrition, just head to valleynewslive.com and then click on the hot button. And coming up in minutes on tonight's Healthier Me, hear about the new plans the FDA has for trans fats and why they can compromise your health. UND's new nickname won't be based on popularity. That's according to some members of the nickname task force. They have cut the list of remaining possible names to 7. Fighting Hawks, Green Hawks, Nodaks, North Dakota, North Stars, Rough Riders, and Sundogs. North Dakota appears to be one of the most popular nickname choices, but some task force members say their job is not to simply move the most popular names forward. They were given a list of criteria to choose a new nickname.
Something that's representative of our region, something that people can unify around and take pride in, and something that inspires those positive feelings for people.
And that doesn't necessarily mean the most popular name.
Doesn't necessarily mean the most popular name.
The nickname task force is expected to meet again next week, trying to cut down that list to 3. It hasn't yet been determined exactly how the public will vote on the final list to choose UND's new nickname, though. Link FM has been running for about 2 weeks now, and city leaders say the ridership numbers are low, which they say they expected. Link FM is a free bus ride with 10 stops in downtown Moorhead and Fargo. Between 300 and 400 people have taken the free shuttle since it started on June 1st. City leaders expect the ridership to increase when college students return to town.
We haven't seen a lot of the, just downtown people. I think it's just general riders that are just trying it out. So, we expect to see those numbers increase, and so we're optimistic that it's going to be successful.
This morning, council members discussed ways to encourage more riders to hop on the bus, including live music or even restaurant deals. Spectacular, must see. Those are the words being used to describe a show that's set to perform in Fargo. The Valley News Team's Christy Larson gives us a sneak peek at the Gala of the Royal Horses.
The Gala of the Royal Horses is going to be a beautiful show you won't want to miss. Fun for the whole family. We do have Renee Gasser here with us this morning, and let's describe what exactly this show is for people.
Okay, well, we brought all the royal horses over from Europe, so you're going to see not only the Lipizzanes, you're going to see the Frisians, the Andalusians, the Arabian horses.
And there's so many different performers that you guys have doing this, and that's why it's going to be fun, because you get to see everything from a group dancing all the way to a horse dancing with a flamingo dancer.
Absolutely. We always like to keep the audience on their toes. You know, there's always something new coming. So as soon as I think, oh, that was good, we want to bring something better and bigger again. So we always like to surprise the audience for sure.
And this is going to be the first time that you guys have been taking them, like you said, throughout the U.S. and the first time to Fargo. So why would you tell people not to miss out on Thursday night?
Well, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really, to see all these breeds together in their performing art. So this is really the first time we've traveled the world with this show with all the magnificent horses. So if you love horses, it's a fantastic thing to do.
You're going to get to see all the beauty and strength that these animals and performers have together, and it's going to be a show you won't want to miss.
Well, the show is this Thursday night at Shields Arena. Doors open at 6, performance at 7. If you want tickets, we have a link online on valleynewslive.com. Just click under the hot button. Still ahead for